Hi everyone, in today's video I will show you how to use try catch block in PowerShell. So in this video you will learn how to use try, catch and finally in PowerShell for error handling. I think this is very important, so we can move to the video. And first of all, what is the basic syntax of it? As I said, we have three blocks that we can use. We have try, we have catch, and we have finally. The first one, try. Inside of try block, you have to write the code that may fail. So, this is what you can write inside of try block. Inside of catch block, you have to write code that runs if an error occurs, so like this. And in the finally block is optional, you don't have to use it, but this optional block will always run. So if you want to use something that will always run, you can use this finally block. So maybe I will show you the simple examples. I think the most popular with the dividing by 0. So we'll use the try catch block to basically handle the error of dividing something by 0. And of course we have to create a function. I will name it divide. And now inside of this function we will take two parameters because we need to have two numbers. So a and b, for example. And now we will try, as I said, the code that may fail. Try now 8a divided by b. This code may fail only in the case, or with the case where b is equal to 0. And now we will catch the error, so we will catch and we will write error and cannot divide by 0, like this. We can close that, and of course we have to close the quote at the beginning, and now we can close that, and we can close the whole function. Now we can call that function, so we will first of all call it without the mistake. So divide, for example, 10 and 2, it will be 5. But when I will try to divide 10 by 0, as you can see, I'm getting the error with error that we cannot divide by 0. And now we can add finally block to this function, but I will correct that we should have cannot here. We will use this finally block that I said you can use it, but you don't have to. So finally, it will always run. No matter if you are getting the error or you are not getting the error, it will always run. So we will write, for example, this is a message from finally block, like this. We can close that and we can run our function again. First of all, again, divide 10 by 2. As you can see, it is working, and we are getting 5. This is a message from finally block, and we can do divide 10 by 0. As you can see, even though we have the error that we cannot divide by 0, we are getting the message from the finally block. So this is how you can use it. Now I will clear that, and now I will show you how you can actually access the error. So in order to access the error, you have to do something like this. We will create the function, for example, get item, like this, or get item maybe save. And now we will get the parameter, which will be the string, and we will name it path, and we can close that. And first of all, we will try to get item from the path with the option ErrorAction stop. Now we'll try to catch an error, and we'll try to print this error. So we can do something like this. And now error message. And now how to print an error? You have to do something like this. So $sign. Now $sign underscore, and you can, for example, type in but of course with the dot exception and message, like this. Now we can close that. We can close the catch block, we can close the function, and now we can call get item save with the path of non, for example, existent.txt. As you can see, we are getting error message of cannot find path in that directory because it does not exist. So this is how you can use it. I will check if I don't. Yes, I have the file, so I can actually call it with the file that exists. So I can do, for example, file.txt. As you can see, in that case, it is working fine. So I can clear that. And now, at the end, I will show you how to throw your own errors. So let's test the age, for example. So let's test if user is older or not older than 18 years old. So function test age, and now we will take the age, so parameter age. We'll try if the age is in this case less than 18, then we will 18 of course, we will do our own error. So we have to throw age must be at least 18. So this is how it works. You can close that. In the other case, we will print just access granted, and now we can close the if it is okay, we can close the try block, and now we will add the catch block again with the message, so access denied, and now we again get the error, so like this, and now exception message. Like this it should work. We can close the catch block, we can close the function, and now we can test the age with the age maybe at the beginning of 20. As you can see, access granted, so it is working fine. We can test the age 15. As you can see, access denied. Age must be at least 18. As you can see, in that case, we are not printing the error from the PowerShell that like we did before in the function of, we can call it again, so like this. In that case, we are getting the error from the PowerShell. In that case, we are not getting an error from the PowerShell, but we are getting the error from there. This age must be at least 18. So this is how you can use your custom your custom own errors. So this is how you can use a try catch block in PowerShell. If you found the video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.